Now, come to think of it, what is really happening in the judicial system of the Republic of Kenya? Today, the Supreme Court was celebrating 12 years, but a statement that was made by lawyer Professor Abraham Kedore Kindiki is something that really came out of the blues, and it's something that has really caught our attention. And now, when Kedore Kindiki made the said sentiments, Mother Karua comes back with a new not Mother Karua, I mean Mother Koome, comes up with a contradicting opinion to what Kithure Kindiki said, and that is what has led an uproar on social media. Because this being the first time Kithure Kindiki has spoken as let's say, how should I put it, as a new deputy president, then many did not expect him to come up with this ideology, because this ideology seems to be so biased. And I want to read this. DP Kithure Kindiki says the public interest can threaten the national or state interest. Consequently, the DP is now asking the judiciary to develop a new jurisprudence where the state interest would outweigh the public interest. Now let me ask, how does how can we say that the state should overrun the public interest? The state interest to overrun, Yani, the state should have the say in terms of the constitution over the public interest. On the Article 1 of the Constitution of Kenya, and I want to read it live when we are speaking, because when these people now have taken power is when they realize that the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya is not in favor of them. Listen. Article 1 of the Constitution of Kenya says, sovereign of the people. All sovereign power belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be exercised only in accordance with the Constitution. The people may exercise their sovereign power either directly or through their democratically elected representatives. Now come here of a new deputy president, a man who played a very key role in the development of this constitution of the year 2010, telling us that this article should be brushed off from the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and now all the power should be given to the state of the Republic of Kenya. That the representatives, or let me say, the government or the nation interest should overshadow that of the people. Which means the people loses every credibility in claiming constitutional rights, or even protecting themselves from taxation, protecting themselves. Even the articles like Article 37, which allows people to demonstrate. According to these people, it shouldn't be there in the 2010 Constitution. Now, which means that we are in a rigged state where the people are fought against by the regime. Now, Mother Koome tries to play another card here of trying to tell us that the state will always serve in the public interest, the Supreme Court will always put the public interest at first. CJ Mother Koome and President of Supreme Court Mother Koome has called on the legal fraternity to remain neutral in delivering justice, to retain the public trust on the jurisprudence of courts in the country. Speaking during the inaugural Supreme Court conference at the Supreme Court precincts in Nairobi, Koome reiterated the judiciary's commitment to upholding justice, constitutionalism, and the rule of law. President Ruto, who also graced the ceremony, hailed the Hape's Court as the beacon of integrity, further calling on the judiciary to urgently interpret the existing thin line between the public interest and that of nation in the legal spaces. The three-day conference is aimed at celebrating 12 years of existence of the Apex Court. Now tell me, here the president together with his deputy are urging the courts to at least make the state more powerful than its people. You know, the people are the ones that gives power to the state. So tell me, when we as the people of the Republic of Kenya loses power to the government or loses power to the nation and the state, this means that the state can formulate and decide on when to tax you. They don't involve you. Like how we spoke about the public participation in the housing levy, the public participation in the impeachment of the deputy president, public participation in securing tenders where the said institutions like Kentraco or JKIA are being added over to Adani. That means we will have no say over that, because the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya does not give us the power over the state. Which means Ruto and his concubines can do anything in this government. They can do anything. Are you getting the point? They can go ahead, decide today, tumechoka na KICC, tuuze. Tumechoka na nini, tuuze. ESGR, tupatiane, tupate pesa sijui ya kufanya nini, then hiyo pesa wanachukua wanagawana. And we the people will remain powerless and faithless, because the judicial system is a rigged system. The Supreme Court is a rigged, now they call it jurispesa nowadays, because it has proven beyond reasonable doubt that CJ Mother Koome serves the interest of the president and the state. She does not serve the interest of the people of the Republic of Kenya. That is something that we all must come into agreement with. Now, what are Kenyans saying in regards to this? When Mother Koome tells us that now she tells the Supreme Court to remain neutral, but now she is being told that Article 1 should be removed. Article 1, which says all sovereign power belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be exercised only in accordance with the Constitution. The people may exercise their sovereign power either directly or through their democratically elected representatives. You are telling us that you are telling us that now we even are going to, when we speak about the first article of the Constitution of Kenya, I also should remind you that Article 3 of the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya tells us that every person has an obligation to respect, uphold, and defend this Constitution. Any attempt to establish a government otherwise than in compliance with this Constitution is unlawful, which means what Ruto and Kindiki are trying to do is to also diminish Article 3 of the Kenyan Constitution. The Chapter 3 of the Kenyan Constitution. It means we are treading in the wrong waters. We are treading in the wrong waters. When these people are given power over us, live about venye wanatukalia sahi. Live about venye wanaamka sahi wanaamua Gachagua kwende home. Now, let me read a few reactions from Kenyans on X. Sele Agent says, public interest overrides state interest. In the public, it's the public that gives mandate legitimacy to the state. The state is secondary to the public. Sio Mimi says, in short, anataka judiciary to create a way in which his personal interest or the national interest can override public interest and the Constitution. I know under Mother Koome, the judiciary can do that. Laingo Nkanga says, is there a nation without the public? Mr. W&L says, dark tales from the black-lipped professor, and cigarettes are unfortunately not the only culprit to the cause. Beholder says, by state interest he means executive's interest, which is literally Ruto's interest. Going slowly says, from where Madividi comes from, Kindiki means what it finishes the rest of me. I don't understand that. Otieno MO says, public interest should always be supreme and never be subsidiary to national state interest. National state interest is in most cases practically regime interest, which makes it selfish since regimes are always preoccupied with their own survival and self-preservation. What is your take? Leave a comment on the comment section.